welcome back to the Fortitude Fix. I hope you're well. My name is Deshauna and I make lifestyle videos here on this channel. Videos pertaining to my life as a wife, finance, recipes, health, and travel. If any of those things sound good to you, or you're interested in content designed to educate, motivate, and inspire, please keep watching. Today's video is going to be all about budgeting, where I share my 5 tips for budgeting for beginners. The tips that I'm going to share in this video may not be exactly what you're thinking when you hear budgeting tips, but just trust the process. The first tip that I want to share with you is find out your why. Why do you want to budget? What is it for? Are you budgeting because you want to travel more? Are you budgeting because you want to save up for something like a car or for your education? If you are budgeting because you just hear other people doing it and you think that you should, figure out your why. Number 2 actually goes hand in hand with number 1. Number 2 is figure out if you want to budget or if you want to track your money. If you want to track your money, there are a ton of resources out there to where you can print, from the internet, different track sheets that you can input your income, your expenses, and see what you're left with, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. That's tracking your money. If you want to budget, you are telling your money where to go and you are being very diligent and purposeful about it. So figure out what it is that you want to do, whether you want to budget or actually just track your money. That leads into the first tip, which is figuring out your why. Tip number 3 is to find a budgeting philosophy. Now, if you are choosing to budget as opposed to tracking your money, then that means you are set on telling your money where to go. If your money stays the same per month, for example, then you can use that number and budget for months on end. Or if your money does fluctuate, I would budget month per month, but also if you want to project and do a couple of months out or even a year out in budgeting, go ahead and take the last 3 to 6 months of the average. So add up 3 to 6 months and divide by 3 or 6 to get the average number. When you are budgeting, following a philosophy is going to be key. If you do not have a purpose in budgeting, it's not going to work. You have to follow a philosophy that helps you with your mindset of why you're doing this. So for example, there are some budgeting philosophies out there like for Dave Ramsey, and he uses the every dollar budget. He has an app and some paperwork that you can use to follow along. What you're doing is taking your income, you are subtracting your expenses, your debt, your wants, your needs, and everything at the bottom line is 0. You are using and budgeting and accounting for every single dollar. Whatever the case may be, figure out what budgeting philosophy works in line with you and what your goals are and stick to it. Tip number 4, set goals for yourself. Figuring out your why and also setting goals moving forward. Perhaps I just want to be better with my money, so that is my why. I want to make sure I know where my money is going and that I have a healthy relationship with this income and expense kind of flow of money. When you are setting your goals, set your goals for maybe a weekly goal, right? This week I'm only going to have Starbucks 1 time. Set your monthly goals. I want to pay off this credit card by this time. And your annual goals. By this time next year, I want to have this much saved. Figuring out and setting your goals are going to, 1, help you be accountable for what you're doing on the day-to-day. Because sticking to a budget can, again, be really emotional, it can be really hard. And so when you have those small wins, something that I'm looking forward to this week, next week, this month, you're able to kind of get those small wins, and then it gives you that motivation and that drive to keep going. And tip number 5, celebrate your wins. If you set a goal for yourself for the month or for the next 3 months or for the year, celebrate that. We kind of are built on this reward system. Our being loves it when we accomplish a goal and there's some type of excitement about it. So be that excitement for yourself. If you set yourself a goal for the month and you attained it, go ahead and celebrate that. That doesn't mean spend all your money on frivolous things, but that means take some time. Figure out what went well that month for you to accomplish your goal. Figure out what were some of those roadblocks and how you maneuvered around them. Celebrate those wins, because that's what's gonna keep you motivated and going for your next financial goal. I hope this video was helpful. I do plan on doing a video for the beginner of budgeting where we actually look at numbers. I want to take you through the exact process that I used before I got married. My husband and I currently have a different budgeting system that he and I work together to come up with. If you're interested in that, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope these tips were useful and inspiring to you in your own money and financial journey. Look forward to seeing you right back here real soon. And remember to always fill your cup. Your income changes, you have commissions or other things like that. I would budget on a month